Hey guys, this is the first video. My name is Kendall Davis and I am the Dyspraxic Scotsman. Granted, I'm not the only Dyspraxic Scotsman ever, but I seem to be the only one that's decided to make a page about it. Well, about my own personal stuff with dyspraxia. Anyway, I was going to make videos. Wait, no. I was going to make two videos today. One about dyspraxia in general, and two about my experiences with dyspraxia. But what I've decided is instead of feeding you all the information at once about it in general, I'm going to feed you information about each particular issue, and then, well, as I go on talking about my experiences, I'll also talk about that subject, about dyspraxia in general. Like, for instance, today's going to be about balance. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to find the page. I'm going to go into the Dyspraxia Foundation page, go into the adult section, and explain everything that dyspraxia affects balance-wise. And then I'll talk about my experience. Well, it's a sort of experience with balance, but it's also sort of an experience with speech as well. Because it's a funny story from when I was like somewhere between 4 and 6, I think. But this is like after Mum and Dad found out I have dyspraxia, which was at age 3. Basically, I'm going to talk about the issues dyspraxia gives with balance, and then a funny story that involves both my balance, in a sense, and also speech. Okay, first off, dyspraxia affects your balance. Like, it affects how long it takes to learn to ride a bike. It affects how you go up and down hills. It affects how much you walk into things, and also you can trip up on air and your own feet. You also have a tendency to fall in. I think I just said you have a tendency to bump into things, but yeah, you also have this is part of the speech problem, but I'll get into that another day. Sometimes if you do things like running, you find it really hard to stop yourself. And if you... okay, that was about to sneeze. But yeah, God damn it. You have a tendency to forget what you're talking about. Fucking fuck. But yeah, you have a different... You have a... Right, I'm gonna try this again. I had to stop the video because I completely lost track of what I was talking about and my nose was starting to run. But yeah, as I was saying, it causes problems with balance. I mean, like, for balance, it causes a problem with running, starting and stopping running, I mean. It also makes it a bit more difficult to trip. No, it makes it easier to trip, fall, bump into things and other people. It also makes it harder for me to dance or do any sort of gymnastic related thing. And also it doesn't help when I'm trying to do any other type of sport, and also it doesn't help when I'm trying to cycle. But now it's time for the funny sort of balance related story. I wasn't sure whether I should put this in the balance video, which I'm doing now, or speech, which I'm doing another day, possibly next video, because it's kind of like a bit of both. Because on one hand, it's it's a conversation where I ended up saying I have poor balance, but I was like 4 or 5 or 6, so it came out a bit different. And on the other hand, it is a conversation where I just talked without realizing what I'd said, or something like that. So I could put it on the speech one, but I'm gonna put it under balance because I think it is one of the funniest stories I will be able to tell you at the moment. Basically, what happened was I was about 4 or 5 or 6, as I keep saying, and it was possibly the first year or the second year that we started going to the Sandybrook Farm bed and breakfast right outside of Southport, because before that we were going to hotels and stuff, which I can't remember much of, but I can remember probably about a third, maybe half of the Sandybrook Farm stories. And basically, what happened was there was this girl, and mum and dad told me and my two brothers that we should go talk to her, cause I think it was her and her parents' first time of being there as well. She was about the same age as me, and Ben and Blake elected me to go talk to her first. So I went up to her, and instead of going, "Hi, my name is Kendall, what is yours?" my brain decided to go with, "Hi, my name is Kendall, and I wobble a lot." And to be honest, I then walked off and said, well, I saw my two brothers laughing, or my mum and dad, I can't remember. And then I asked them what they found so funny. And it was just the fact that I said, "My name is Kendall and I wobble a lot," and that was just possibly one of the funniest things I'd ever said because of this dyspraxia thing. But yeah, that's why I didn't know whether to put it into balance or speech, because it could be perceived as one but not the other to some people, or the other way around, or it could be perceived as both. But yeah, I suppose that's it for this first video. I hope you enjoyed it.